Oh, Downwell, what is there to say about this nice little platforming game? Developed by Mopin, hopefully I'm saying that name right, and published by Devolver Digital, Downwell is a game about falling down a well. The name itself tells you what the game is about. So that's the review. Thanks for tuning in. Just kidding. Let's really dissect the sack of this game and see what it's all about. So the game starts you off on a bench, happy as tits, enjoying the moonlight. I mean, look at him. He's so freaking happy. Look at the smile on his face. It's so adorable. I guess he doesn't know what's down the well, does he? Anyways, as you move to the right, you find a giant well, and the title appears. Downwell. So magical and majestic sounding, like a unicorn fart. It reminds me a lot of an NES game. Armed with your gun boots, yes. Boots that pew pew. You descend the well. I like the creativity of the weaponized boots and the use of them in Downwell. They could have gave him any old weapon, but it was refreshing to see something new. Something, I guess you could say, out of the box. The gameplay is simple enough to get a handle on. You fall down the well using your boots to blast through stone, obliterating monsters and collecting gems. Pretty much like a typical platformer. These gems are then used at the merchant you come across to buy rice balls and other health and charge items. The merchant himself looks like a happy Frosty the Snowman. Until you jump all over the store, then he gives you this evil stare. Just stares right into your soul.
Excuse me, sir. Please stop jumping on my rice balls.
Screw your rice balls. When you die, the amount of gems you collected will be added to your total at the end, which are then used to unlock some new styles and other things. Styles can be picked at the start of a new game. Each style gives you a different playing experience and an animation. For example, you get more health but less power-ups through the game while your character flails his arms, or even he kind of does like this somersault thing. The gems come from monsters, crates, blocks, nodes, and stay around for, I believe, 5 seconds. To collect them, you have to physically run into them, which can be annoying with a game like this since it is a vertical platformer, so everything falls downward. Now this game is a very fast-paced game, to a point where it became tough for me to control my character, falling fast and missing platforms. Sometimes my guy was too sensitive, he would just slide off the platform because I couldn't get a handle on the controls. It does take some time to get used to. It makes sense to make the controls sensitive since you need that bit of speed to control going left or going right, but I do wish they added a way to turn the sensitivity down or even up. The game also has many power-ups you can use. Some are found in these little caves that I call time bubbles. I'm not too sure what the names are, but I'll just call them time bubbles. Why I call them time bubbles is because when you enter them, everything outside of the bubble stands still. These are spots where I found myself catching my breath from the rush of the game, collecting myself, and waiting for my tunnel vision to go away. And believe me, you'll need this rest. These power-ups are for your boots, which change the type of weapon and will give you a bit of health. So if you have a badass gun but low on health, you have to ask yourself, is it worth switching out for maybe something that isn't that great to get that extra 1-up to help you survive through the game? I found quite a few power-ups ranging from shotgun, machine guns, to even fucking lasers. The one thing you have to watch out for when using your boots is if you run out of bullets while firing, you can only reload once you hit the ground. So that means if you blast some bad turds out of the air and fall for a good couple feet, you have a chance of falling into enemies, which isn't too bad because in the early stages, a lot of enemies you can jump on. The ones that are all red are the ones you can't and you should watch out for. There are also power-ups you can choose from at the end of each stage, like power-ups that give you that extra bit of jump, which will also destroy enemies below you, a drone that will help you fire below, and even a cute little balloon. When destroyed, it will explode above you. Hell, even the gems you collect give you a power-up called Gem High. Think of it like crack, which makes you move faster and your attacks hit harder, as if you need to move faster in this game. There are no checkpoints in this game. I repeat, no checkpoints. So if you die, say on stage 5, you go all the way back to stage 1 and restart. This game is brutal and frustrating at times, and not fair at all. What I enjoy about the one death is all the levels are procedurally generated, which means every time you start a new game, the levels are different, so there's always a breath of fresh air and a new adventure. It definitely has some roguelike elements into it. The music in this game is quite enjoyable. It matches the stages and the fast-paced playstyle of the game. Through the many hours I played this, not once did the music get annoying or repetitive. I was too involved with the game and trying to stay alive to really notice anything redundant about it, which is a good thing. It says a lot about the game itself. This game took me in, hooked me in with its simple but yet fast and enjoyable gameplay and never let go. So now comes the question. Is it worth a buy, maybe wait for a sale, or blacklist this game and never speak of it again? Well, the game is only $3, and for a game that you'll spend hours on, especially if you love platformers or even NES games, it's a steal. This game is tons of fun, and with there always being a new generated map every time you die, there's tons of replayability. The good outweighs the bad here, and there's absolute minimal bad in this game. It's a very simple and straightforward platform that I look forward to spending many more hours on. So I say yes, this game is definitely worth a buy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next review.